Hey, what's up guys? This is Anthony from Anthony's Customs, and for this review we are looking at the SH Figuarts Tiger and Bunny Sky High figure. Another unique design from the Tiger and Bunny line, and it's another pretty solid figure. It does have a couple tiny issues, but all in all it's a really fun figure, well put together, well designed, and very unique. So I'm going to tell you right off the bat, I recommend it, but don't stop watching because I should probably show you all of the details and things like that. So let's get him off the stand and take a closer look. This guy stands roughly 6 inches to the top of his head, a little higher if you count the spike, which makes him just about 15.5 centimeters. Again, it's a little bit more if you count that spike. Very cool figure. He's got one of the my favorite things that a figure can have, which is multiple finishes. We have that metallic periwinkle, some white, some gold, some silver, some flat purple, some yellowish that's kind of gold. It's just a whole lot of cool stuff, cool composition, cool looking figure, and lots of nice details. You can see he has the Ustream logo on his chest and the Tamashii logo on his arms, and just lots of nice little details throughout. So that's very cool. Accessory wise, technically an accessory, he has an interchangeable face piece, which is the exact same face with a short horn. I'm not familiar with this character, so I don't know much about that, but he has that, and that just slides out and slides back in. His backpack is permanent, but these things are not. Those are actually accessories. I already put them on, though. Those little blue thruster things, they look really cool. They're nice and translucent blue with some white shading, so that's really cool. And if you don't want to use those, you can use these guys, which just peg on instead of the thrusters, so you don't have any thrusters. So that's cool. Or I guess it's not thrusters, it's thrusts. These are the thrusters. Whatever. We have those. We have interchangeable hands. So you have the fist hands that are on the figure. Then you have the open or relaxed or style pose hands, however you want to use those. So you have those. Those are nice. All of the hands have these nice ridges on the gloves too, by the way. Then we have these, which are salute or flying or karate chop hands. And then we have the true style pose hands, which have a little bit of jazz going on. You could call them jazz hands. We have those. So nice accessories there. We have this one, which is very tiny. Let me focus on that. And it's not meant to be included on that purple thing. It's just the gold piece as far as I can tell from the instructions. But I have no idea what that is. It looks like a razor blade, but it looks like the little spiky thing on his helmet. So I don't know what that's supposed to be. It doesn't seem to go anywhere. The instructions don't really say anything about it, at least not in English. And so I don't know. You're supposed to break it off of that tree, and then you have that accessory, but I don't know what it is. So I can't really help you with that. And then lastly, as usual, we get the really cool display stand, which is super nice translucent purple. Very vibrant and translucent with nice printing on it. So very cool display piece. I love the display stands for the Tiger and Bunny figures. Now, as far as the figure itself goes, like I said, pretty good. Let's go over it. We have articulation in the neck that, due to the sculpt, I can't really tell what it is, but I can show you how it works. It leans back that far, it leans forward that far, and then the neck can bring it forward even more. So essentially, the neck goes forward and back, and the head can lean a little bit in every direction. You can rotate it around. It is limited by the collar and by the chin, but it's not bad. It has decent range. For the shoulders, it looks like there would be a problem, but they did a really clever thing, and that is to give him dual shoulder pieces. So we have the ball peg that connects the arm to the body, and then your standard ball hinge. No big deal there. We have this shoulder pad, which has its own hinge, and then we have the ball peg that connects this shoulder pad to that. So you can move it all the way around however you need to afford a really nice range of motion. It's such a great design. I love that they did that. They put the effort into coming up with a clever way to make these kind of bulky shoulder pads work. So that's awesome. We have a bicep swivel right there, double jointed elbow, which gives you good range right there. And then for the wrists, we have, I think it's a ball hinge. Let's see. We have a ball hinge for the wrists. So pretty good range of motion. And the hands are softer plastic, so they pop on and off pretty easily. I'm not sure what's going on in the torso. I think it's a single ball peg for the upper torso. It's a little floppy, but it's not too bad. Single ball peg for the lower torso also. It's kind of hard to move it, but it is in there. The skirt thing has single hinges on it. And then we have our standard pull down or hinged ball pegs for the hips. So you can rotate them around on the socket, and you can also rotate the thigh around the socket completely. His range of motion for his hips is pretty limited due to that severe slanty sculpt of that hip. So it's very limited. It doesn't go out to the side very far, and it's kind of hard to bring it forward, but it's probably enough for a standard flight pose. So that's really the biggest issue on this guy is the hips, but it's not terrible. Also, his thighs are really long and his shins look kind of short, so that's a bit of an issue, but it's not terrible. He still has decent proportions. The knee is okay, it's not great. And then for the ankles, we have our completely normal hinge going forward and back. Not the best range, but it is there. And then we have a true ankle rocker. Again, not the best range, but it is there. And the feet are die cast, and we have a toe hinge. So basically, the articulation from the hips down, acceptable. Not great, but acceptable. Everything else is really good, so I like that a lot. Even this thing is hinged. I didn't mention that. You can adjust the angle of the thruster thing. So it's pretty cool. I think that might be die cast also, but I'm not sure. At least partly, maybe. I don't know. Really cool looking figure. Pretty decently designed. For the most part, from the waist up, it's really good, and from the waist down, it's acceptable. So I recommend it a whole bunch. I think you'll like it. You should try to track one down. Thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe to the channel so you can see my upcoming figure reviews, custom figures, and other good stuff. And in the meantime, keep collecting.